Bethany, you do a lot of things, but namely, most people probably know you for modeling and photography. So I want to hear from you about when you got into these, which came first, the modeling or the photography. And yeah, just a little bit about your story into getting into those things.
Yeah, absolutely. So, going back to high school.
And I'm so sorry. Could you just pull this up just a little bit?
Oh, sorry. That good?
That's perfect.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. I can hear myself better. Okay. In high school, like right when I was graduating, I did there was a girl that I worked with, and she was a photographer. And she asked to shoot with me, and I did, and that was like my first, like I was like, oh my gosh, like in front of the camera, I was so nervous, everything. Didn't really know at all what I was doing. And then just going from that point, and then in college, like I modeled for a couple of boutiques. Like they just reached out to me, and I was like, okay, like still didn't really know what I was doing. But then from there, it just kind of like progressed. And then the creative community in Wilmington is really cool, because it's like once you kind of put yourself out there, then everyone just kind of like it welcomes you a little bit. And so it's like you're able to like connect and then work with different people. And from there, I like my love for fashion kind of grew, and I started like a little like online boutique, and then I needed models for that. So I was like, I had a few photographers that I loved that I worked with, and then it just became, I was like, I have a camera, why don't I just try to take photos of them? And so I would take photos of my models, and then from there it was like, again, the creative community, like people were like, oh hey, I want to shoot with you, blah blah, and I was like, okay. So from there I just like started shooting people, and so I kind of just, that was definitely more on the hobby side, and I continued modeling during that period, and that was definitely more of like what I visioned myself as, and then so then here we are today. I still do both, but definitely more heavy on the photography side now.
Yeah. Do you I mean, even though you are heavier on the photography side now, do you still feel like you like modeling more, or have you grown to just love photography more?
Okay, so on more of like a deeper level of that question, I love the modeling part of like being able to dress up. I love that. I love almost like becoming a character. I love like just being in this zone and like being able to express myself and have those expressions like photographed, and then just having like these ideas and bringing them to life and being the one to like actually bring them to life. But on the photography side, like I love being able to see other people do that, and I love to be able to like see someone that maybe, whether you're like a professional model, I've worked with those, or you're someone that you never get photos taken of yourself. Like I've been with both ends of the spectrum, and just to see someone like be able to come out of their shell and like just be themselves and be confident, it's just awesome.
Yeah. Do you have sort of techniques for, I'm sure you've worked with plenty of people that have a hard time coming out of their shell when you shoot with them. Do you have techniques for like trying to coax them out of their shell, trying to help loosen things up?
Yeah, I guess like I just try to make it like we're hanging out, like we're having a good time, like just joking around, like no, you're not allowed to talk bad about yourself. That's a big thing. Like we're only going to be positive. But yeah, I think that my techniques would just be like trying to figure out like what they love about themselves, and like me seeing things that I find like really amazing about this person and trying to bring that to life so that the camera catches it too.
Right. So hypothetically, if you were working with me,
oh no,
and I was of course this was never happened, that's why it's a hypothetical, but if you were working with me, I'm a model obviously, and I started talking bad about myself, how would you stop me?
We're not doing that.
You would just get that.
I mean, yeah, I would
if I kept going after you verbally asked me, would you hit me?
You probably.
Me probably. Okay.
Just kidding. No,
oh,
we
damn.
won't resort. No.
Bummer.
No, I would not do that.
Okay.
That's unprofessional.
It's very sweet of you to say. It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.